All right, so we had a pretty big drop overnight. I kind of had a feeling this one was a little off just by this Magus card and the failure card. But in any case, it happens occasionally. We still have this move here, sideways rotation, move to the upside. Devil card, that was kind of like a devil card fake out actually. Three pokes through the same price level, sharp drop off of the third poke. That was kind of like the full around 11 o'clock or 11:15, so a little bit early there. We had a low for 11 actually, so that played out pretty well with the big move out of the low. Ah, okay, so the full card was up here with this move to the upside through key resistance momentarily. Back down. Aeon card. So we should have like this kind of like U shape and then to the downside it looks like. And that's that second low that's not as low as the first as well. Wow, how did I miss that? Cross-suit incongruency right in front of my face. Seems kind of big. The Hierophant. All my settings are so weird on my computer today. Like nothing's like working like it normally does. Wonder if I'm the only one experiencing that. Anyhow, we've got that Hierophant card there. Sorry, that's not a cross-suit incongruency. I'm looking at the wrong week like a silly person. All right, so that makes more sense. We've got this pop and drop here. My sense is that like pretty much nailed that high. There should be another high here. It's hard to say if we're going to see it twice. We might see it on Monday. More likely that we're going to see it on Wednesday. So based on this, you could probably get into a small long position in the midst of this. I mean, it would have been better to do it at the low, but you could probably be in a long position. I do like a partial long in case we do open lower. But I would want to be bullish going into. I'd want to be bullish going into the 23rd. And I do like a partial long in case we do see a lower level on the 23rd. Sorry, I want to be bullish going into the 25th. But I'd want to be a partial long position because we may see a lower price level on the 23rd. There's some pretty bearish stuff going on here towards the end of the day. Here you go, buddy. Guys, also, if you're one of the people with our one of our subscribers, Discord alert's been a little quiet this week just because we're catching up on September readings pretty hardcore, trying to catch up before, sorry, October readings before October comes around. Almost there. But so what I'm saying is next week you should expect more activity on the Discord. We also got, if you haven't heard, we have Tesla 1 day readings coming out in October. For each day of October, there's Tesla 1 day reading by the hour. Compliments of one of our customers, our special, who that special ordered it. Take a look at Bitcoin. Yeah, I had a similar thing happen with Tesla where we didn't come down nearly as low as I thought we would here. But either way, people are probably in a long position. Hopefully, they're in a long position, at least a partial, based on our advisement with the anticipation of us entering into this over here. If you're not in a long position, I mean, technically you could still get into one here. You probably have like today or tomorrow before these big moves to the upside start pushing us into that green territory. Are you gonna go to sleep right there? Okay. He's such a good boy, Hermes. So if you're just hopping on, guys, we covered SPY. We covered Bitcoin. I'm gonna take a look at TSLA. Oh, we got some questions actually. Let me see here. Does Bitcoin reach 70K by the end of September? Remember, guys, if you're new to SO Meta trading, you don't want to use price levels as entry and exit points. You want to use chart behavior. Price levels are helpful for like estimations of what you want to do, right? But you don't want to use them as entry and exit. You'll end up disappointing yourself or missing opportunity. Use chart behavior and sequence of events. Takes a little getting used to, but it's a super, super important piece of advice when trading using SO Meta analysis, guys. One of the most important. Do not use price levels as entry and exit points. They can be general ranges. I got a yes. We break through 70,000 by the end of September in Bitcoin. Oracle stock direction for next week? Sure thing. Take a look at Oracle now. It's ORCL, I believe. Let me just double check. Yep, ORCL. All right, so Oracle stock direction for the remainder of September. I'm just going to use this monthly as a guide. Overall to the upside throughout the remainder of September. Pretty significantly. The 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. Wow, I got the lover's card for the 23rd, just like on SPY. Interesting. There might be some sort of agreement going on, some sort of like decision between two leaders. I'm going to look at that after I finish this reading, see if that's taking place on Monday. But on Tuesday, we've got a failed attempt to break through key resistance that we expect to break through, followed by a decline through key support, decline on Wednesday through multiple supports, price swings on Thursday, and then Friday the 27th, a decline offering opportunity to open up a long position. We have an important support level on the 30th highlighted. I pulled the Emperor card, and then for clarity, I pulled the Power card. Both are about establishing support. It may be that we're establishing support where once we had a resistance level, we failed to break through many times before. I think that's probably what's happening. Even the Success card here, this is about support. Interesting. We're going to make new support there. Look, Power, support, interesting. All right, so on Monday, yeah, there's some sort of decision on Monday between two leaders. Usually it's between two people, not like a groups, usually. But it's an important decision or agreement that's going to be highlighted there. Hey, it was luck. Yeah, I feel like there's a couple of stocks. So the question you mentioned today might be a good time to get into Amazon, Netflix, and NVDA. Is timing still good to enter long? Thank you. You're welcome. So I think on quite a few stocks, we were expecting a lower drop today for opportunity to enter into a long. But let's take a look at these individually. This is another one for the link to the Oracle chart, the live updated trading view chart. You want to have total access pass on our website, Terra for Traders, giving you access to total access channels, where you'll find an Oracle channel. So is it still a good time to get in? AMZN. Amazon, the chart link for this one, or the link to the live updated trading view chart, you get that through monthly access subscription. Most popular subscription on our channel, or on our website. I think there was probably the opportunity was here. We just kind of, and a lot of them, there was ellipse that ended right here, so we just missed tapping it. But we'd want to be in a long position in a lot of them. As far as Amazon specifically, It depends on how long out you're looking to hold this long position. So like, there's probably an opportunity on Monday. So if you wanted to be in a long, I'd probably open up a partial long. There's a high somewhere there around the 23rd, 24th, and then maybe around the 25th or the 26th before this sharp drop. If you're looking to hold it longer than like the beginning of next week, I would say probably wait for this sharp drop here, because we should have a pretty good breakout to the upside. That's on the 1 month. Yeah, there's a pretty big move here in early October, but it looks like it's out of a low, out of a significant low. So I'd be very, very mindful, but I would want to be overall bullish. Going to take a look at Netflix. This is a total access ticker. That was a really solid trade, guys. That was a really solid trade. Look, I mean, we hardly left anything on the table there. Yeah, it looks like there's pretty good move to the upside here in Netflix into very early October. What I'm picking up in a lot of October readings that I've done, and I still have quite a few to do, all the October readings are going to be done by the end of the weekend, and then we'll be back on we won't be behind again. Either way, I think what I'm seeing is a high at the beginning of October, like a pretty notable like high in a lot of readings on a 1 year chart kind of scale, and then it turns over by the end of October in most readings. I'd probably want to do a partial long here as well, because I don't know how much higher we're going to go. And NVDA is a monthly access ticker. Oops. As of November or December, I forget if I did one for November. Well, either November or December, we'll be covering Netflix on a monthly basis. Or sorry, NVIDIA on a monthly basis. Man, I wish I could play the music that I'm listening to, because it's like the music. I don't know how long you've been watching the channel, but if you've been around for a while, then you've probably heard me talk about clairaudience. It was my most natural ability. The music talks to me. Like there's guides and entities that talk to me through the lyrics of the music. I don't know how else to explain it. Kind of like if you've seen Transformers with that car Bumblebee using the radio to say things. It's very, very similar to that. Although it's constant. Yeah, so this one's got a pretty big move in early October as well. This is one of the ones where we missed. See, it didn't come out down quite as low as we would have liked. But I would say I'd still want to be in a long position, especially because we didn't come down as low as we like. Probably means we're going higher than expected as well. Yeah, because we had... Ooh. However, there's like this might be a high, actually. This right here might be a high, although I think it's probably a move to the downside. So I'd want to be in a partial long, right? And if there's a sharp decline right at the end of the month, probably right there on like the last day, I'd want to add a long position there. But there's actually a short day trade as well. Probably opportunity here at the end on Monday, somewhere throughout the day on Monday to enter into a long as well. And in a case like that, you want to close out on the 24th or more likely the 26th, 27th. But I do feel like there's a sharp drop there right at the end of the month. It might be like very temporary before another move to the upside. Hey, AV. Wow, there's a fly in here. Weird. Can I guide on Hood? Remainder of September and October. Also looking to get into DJT position before elections. Has DJT bottom out? Okay, so Hood. I do recall in the sector pickers, fintech was probably, if you wanted to be in finance this year, fintech was probably the place to be. It's pretty mixed the remainder of September. And then we have a rally that turns over in October. Like I'm saying, a lot of things are looking like we've got a peak that forms in early October, like the first week of October, with like breakouts and a lot of things. Breakouts turn over, and then we end up in declines in October. DJT position. Yikes. This is an ugly, ugly chart. Right at support now. Interesting. Would be a good place for a turnaround. It has not bottomed out, no. It's actually got a ways to go. Do you see, did I see your INT question? No. INTC. Oh, was it on Discord? I believe so, yeah. INTC. Let me see. I don't see the question on INTC. Oh, I think I have an INTC. Let me see. Here we go. This is pretty erratic. I don't see it either time, AV. It's not in the it's not showing up. I just see hi Adam, and then did you see my INTC question? And I've posted on here twice. Those are the only messages from you that I see. Weird. Anyhow, the remainder of September is going to be pretty mixed, back and forth through the same price level. In the midst of that, we should revisit a crest. That was an opportunity at least once. In the situation that I'm looking at here, that might be a little misleading. Let's see what October is doing. Like, we might already be revisiting the crest, you know? Oh, October, this goes to the upside pretty notably. We cover that gap in October. We cover that gap in October. Will QCOM take over INTC? Interesting. Let's see. I got a yes for that. A yes, and there's pretty strong decline energy involved in it. Yeah, it's going to be pretty erratic. I think QCOM takes it over, and it's not beneficial to the stock, at least not immediately. But October does look like there's a pretty big move to the upside in October on a multi-day scale. Most likely we're going to cover this gap here from $22.70 roughly to $30. It's like almost an $8 gap. Guys, if you're new to the channel, this is a regular scheduled time that we do lives. We do 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time live streams, as many questions as you want, provided that you are a member of our YouTube channel. And the way that you do that is you go to Tarot for Traders channel, click on join, sign up for the $50 a month supporter, and that gets you access as a member to ask as many questions as you want. We do Tuesdays and Fridays, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. Mondays and Thursdays, we're attempting to do 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., but it's been a little unsuccessful at the start here. We'll get it down. We just have to adjust our sleep schedule a bit. And then we're doing 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Wednesdays and Sunday nights. So there's an opportunity basically every day except Saturday to ask as many questions as you need to ask as part of our membership. Will AMC and GME move up with BTC next week? I got a yes for both of those. So there was a U-shaped dip. We should see a notable move off of this. What do we got, like, what, 20 minutes left? I don't see a breakout here really. Um, what I see is a decline at around the close to revisit a support we recently met once before. And if you're just hopping on, I was saying it might make sense to be in a partial long position. I wouldn't do a huge position in case we open lower. We are going higher next week. So if we don't go lower, you'd want to be in a partial. If we do go lower, you want to add to the partial long position next week, probably on Monday if possible. Cool, an air taxi's being launched in New York. How do I not know that? Can I see the global trend this year for ACHR, and will the price exceed $6 this year? ACHR. I got a no for exceeding $6. Hold on a sec. Let me try that one again. I got the full card for overall trend. Oof, that's really difficult to read, but it does mean there's a significant opportunity in there. XRP is another monthly access subscriber ticker. You would get the live updated trading view chart link and trading Discord live trade alerts as part of the monthly access subscription. It's a pretty solid trade as well. This is pretty sidewaysy. This is pretty sidewaysy, and there's not much. There's not much between the low and the high for the month. We're talking about a matter of what? What is this? 7 cents, roughly 7 cents. So we're likely going to have some lows in here, but also it looks like there's possibility of a couple of highs. Nailed that high the 14th. And then it was difficult to determine here. We're probably going to see it again a couple of times. Looks like that happened. I think tomorrow there's some possibility of us seeing a higher high. Let me see. Yeah, there's a higher price level tomorrow. Hermes, he just stuck his foot in the middle of my shuffle. Yeah, tomorrow seems like it's an important price level. We're probably going to make a high for the month there. And not to say that we won't see it again. There's very likely possibility of it. I wasn't seeing it when I did the reading originally, but now that I've seen just how narrow the range is, there's a good possibility that we're going to see highs and lows throughout the last maybe 10 days of the month. Overall, though, it looks like we have some pretty significant move to the downside in October. Let me take a look. Did I finish the XRP October reading yet? I'm not sure. No, this one still needs work, but it definitely does look bearish. What is the general trend direction of LLY remainder of September? Overall, more bullish or bearish? FYI, guys, if you're watching this, you're new to the channel, really the appropriate way to ask questions on these lives is as a member of the YouTube channel. I've been answering them on Discord, but at some point when we have a bunch more people on Discord, I'll have to stop doing that. Reason being is that these people right here are paying specifically, the people with the stars in their names are paying specifically for access to these. It wouldn't really be fair for me to then give that access to somebody else through Discord, if that makes sense. I'm been a little lenient with it because we're new to doing it. But LLY, remainder of September, overall more bullish or bearish. I believe I have a chart for this. Let's see. No, I don't. Interesting. Interesting. I'm looking at fly symbolism because animals are very, very powerful messages in reality. People look at animals in dreams as like these, prophetic kind of messages. But guess what, guys? Reality is just like a higher level of a dream, right? So those symbols, they matter in reality as well. And when something random like a fly, which I never have a fly in my apartment, so there's one buzzing around right now, that's giving me a message. Adaptability, persistence, transformation, decay, renewal. Interesting. I'm gonna have to pay attention to that. But here we go. There's that move to the downside. It looks like out of a decline, there's a pretty surprising move to the upside in LLY in the remainder of September. Will AMLI and GWSO recover? Is there a time frame, AV, for that? Siri, really? I didn't say anything that sounded like your name. I got a no, not in 2024 for AMLI, not substantially. And I got a yes in 2025. As far as GWSO, I'm not sure if I have one for that. I got a yes for both of them by the end of 2025. They should both have a substantial recovery. PNA, or PANW, we're bullish or bearish next week? It's pretty back and forth, erratic. There's not like a definitive direction. It's back and forth through the same price level next week. When's a good day for Bitcoin cash out? In September or early October? Where's my Bitcoin? This one, the recording's coming out probably tomorrow, Bitcoin. I think probably just follow what I've been saying about Bitcoin for like days now, Radmir. This is where you want to exit when we're in this. A prudent SO-meta investor, he's going to wait till we've entered into this. And somebody who's a bit more speculative, has a higher risk tolerance, is going to wait for us to enter into here. And they entered into long in the midst of these red ones. So that's the trade. Probably a good place is going to be on the 29th of September. That's my guess. I don't want to be long in Bitcoin throughout all of October. There's part of it is bullish, but overall it's to the downside in October, with a pretty good buy opportunity. It looks like at the end of the month. I'm gonna release the October Bitcoin reading probably tonight or tomorrow. Apologize for the delay on that stuff, guys. And just so you guys are aware, we've basically got 10 days left for anybody that wants to order a 2025 one-year reading with a special offer. We've got buy two, get one free right now. It's $1,000. They're $500 each, so you're getting $500 off. It's a super super good deal, especially if you want to see some 20. If you're planning on getting some 2025 1-year readings done. Not just, I highly recommend doing it here in September, not just because of the discount, but because probably by October, that'll be like the cutoff for anybody that wants their 2025 1-year done before we enter into 2025, because that's how many readings I have ahead of me to do still. We are officially in end of year territory, meaning that the workload is now like out, like it's already insane. So I'm getting a lot of questions from people now that want me to do stuff for free. My friends, I would love to, but I literally do not have time for any more free stuff. What we give away for free is what's free. If you have something specifically that you want me to do, you're gonna have to pay for it. Otherwise, it's just not gonna get done. There's no time. It's not a matter of me not wanting to do it. It's a matter of my responsibility to those who have already paid for things. I need to focus on those before I do anything else that's free. So hopefully we're giving away enough free stuff for you guys. That's the main spirit of the channel, is to help those of you that need it. So that's why all the SPY stuff is pretty much free. And that's basically, for the most part, guys, that's all I personally trade is SPY for the most part. I do a little bit here or there on other things, but you can make plenty of money just trading SPY. Oh, nice, Radmir. So there's another clairvoyant that's saying the 29th is a good exit. Dope. I like to hear confirmations like that. Will SPY continue to decline into the close? I believe so. Yeah, because we've got this here, but probably right at the close, I'd want to open up a partial long. It was probably a good opportunity here right at the close in the last 2 minutes here to open up a partial long. I wouldn't open up a full position just in case there's opportunity here on the 23rd. It's looking kind of ugly, at least part of it. But on the 1 month, I definitely want to be in a partial long position, anticipation to close out either on the 23rd or here on the 25th early in the day. Is CRWD bullish next week? Ooh, I got a full card. Overall bullish, and there's a full card opportunity in there, meaning that we probably see a pretty surprising and large move in CRWD. And I'm going to cap the questions there, my friends. Oh yeah, this is... Yeah, it looks like next week is a good place to take profits on the long side in CRWD. I'm looking at a daily, hold on. Yeah, this has got more movement to the upside. It probably fills that gap. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like it fills that gap next week, so we should be up here at some point next week. And if you're new to the channel, green ellipse is where on a chart is where I have an expectation of a peak or a crest of some kind to form. So there's a full card opportunity in there. All right, it was luck. You enjoy your weekend as well, my friends. All right, guys, I'm gonna roll there. If you're just hopping on, guys, we do this time slot regularly every single week, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time on Fridays, as well as on Tuesdays. Unlimited questions. All you got to do is sign up as a supporter of the channel on our channel homepage. It's $50 a month. As many questions as you want. And my friends, if you're watching, like, the accuracy, you know, it basically speaks for itself. Just watch for a little while and you'll see. But with that said, guys, thank you all so much for watching. We also do Monday mornings. We do 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and we will be on this Monday morning, as well as on Sunday. We've got an 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. slot. So see you guys there. And blessings to all my angel investors. Follow through on that rule of karma. If you don't know what that is, check out the channel homepage. Super, super important. Blessings to all.